Here is the video on how to create a quiz on Google Form. First, what you need to do is go to your Google Drive. From the Google Drive, from the new menu, click on this new button. From here, you will get a drop-down menu. From here, you have to choose Google Forms, and from Google Forms, you have to choose the blank quiz. Once the blank quiz tab opens, you need to add the title of the paper exam and then start adding the questions. Before we start adding the details and start making the paper in itself, I want you to go to the settings first and take a look here. By default, most of the settings which are available over here are quite acceptable, and the points scores already they have started giving the scores here. A few things here that if you select this option immediately after each submission, students will be able to see their grades, and also they can see which answers they have done incorrectly, and the correct answers of the incorrect answers, and the correct answers themselves. And they can also see the how much score they have earned. Down here in responses, I would suggest that this option should be selected, limit to one response, because if it's a term paper, they shouldn't be able to attempt the paper more than once. Because once they have done the paper and we have selected these options, they will be able to see the correct answers. And once they have known the correct answer, there is no point in having them taking another attempt of the paper. So it's better if you select this thing on a limit to one response. In question defaults, it's already given here, make questions required by default. That means when it's selected, a student cannot proceed until and unless he has submitted the answer for each question. And this is to make sure that he is not missing any of the questions. So just check it. If it's not checked by default, it's usually selected when you're choosing a quiz type forms. But if it's not selected, you can select it now here. Let's go back to the questions tab. Now here I'm going to add the title of the paper, and that's midterm assessment term 2. Then I can write the session 2022 to 23. Here I can add maybe grade 1, and I can write math. Once you click here on the title form, it will automatically pick the name or the title of the form. Down here you can start adding questions and the answer of the option. Before going to this, I'll suggest that you go up here in the customized theme, and down here you can add the header of the school paper. So you need to click on choose image. Once you click here, it will ask you the ways from where you want to upload the image. So I'll go to upload, and I'll browse from here, and I have saved here somewhere the header of the school. I'll be sharing this in the group, inshallah. So if you need, you can add to your papers. So once I am sure that it's okay, nothing is cutting, so I'll press done. This will give a header to my paper. Now I can start adding my questions. Even I can change my fonts from here and their sizes. For example, for the questions, I do not need Roboto. I need, for example, Century Gothic, and I'll prefer a little bigger size of the font because I'm making it for lower grades. Once I'm happy with the settings, I will close this panel and I can start adding my questions. Now I can start adding the questions from here. Just keep an eye here that there are so many different type of questions I can add. I can add short answers, paragraph, multiple choice. Usually we are not going for many of these options. Just mostly we will be using the multiple choice or the check boxes type. Multiple choice usually allows only one selection, and if you need to have them answer more than one, you can use the check boxes. However, still it's better to choose just this multiple choice type of questions for the lower grades, and for higher grades we can use the short answer type questions. Okay, let's start adding the question. First thing must be the full name of the student, because this way we are going to identify whose paper is that. And once I have added this full name, it has automatically changed to the short answers. And make sure it's turned on. If it's turned off the required option, so he can proceed without sometimes answering this question. So make sure that every question in this quiz is turned to required. Down here we have option of duplicating. If you need to duplicate any question, like the whole thing will be duplicated, and here by pressing this button you can delete it, any question. I'll go down, and to add one more question, I'll press add sign, and this will add another question. Let's see, let's say I have to add another question. How many days are there in a week? I'll add this question, and I will start adding the options. For example, I will add option 7 days, 5 days, 10 days, or maybe whatever, I don't know, 6 days. Okay. So now as we have chosen the quiz type of forms, already I can see there is an option of answer key. I'm going to press here, and I'm going to choose the correct answer. Here we have to identify what's the correct answer. So once the student takes the quiz, Google form will automatically score the answers. So the correct answer is 7, so that means it has marked it, this is the correct answer. And once a student selects this answer, he will get 1 point. I'll press done. So this, my first question is done. I can add more questions from here by adding just plus sign. If I do something, I have done something wrong by mistake, so I can go back here and click here, and you can even delete the whole question, duplicate whatever you want. You can even move the options within the same question up and down by just once you hover over it, you can see 6 dots here. You can hover over it and drag it down and replace them anywhere. Similarly, if I have I want to rearrange the questions itself, I can come and hover over this upper portion of the question. I can drag it up and bring it first maybe, or drag it down and take it later, wherever you want. So this is how you can create the quizzes. Let me give you a few more options which you can use while using the Google Forms. For example, I want to add a picture. I can do that easily. I'll show you here first. Here, up here, you can see this icon of picture. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to press browse, because I'm going to upload from the web, computer. Let's say I'm going to take this picture. And I can add my question here. How many students like apple? Apple. So I will choose from here a multiple choice, and I will give them options. For example, 7 students, 4 students, or maybe 2 students, 3 students. Now I'm going to go to answer key, and I'm going to select the correct answer, 7 students. I'll press done, and this way my question is added. There is another way, like in answers also you can add the pictures if you need to. Like let me show you. For example, I can duplicate the whole question from here. If I press this, it will duplicate the whole question. Now this time I can change my question. How many students like banana? I can add that, and now I need to go back to answer key, and I'll change the answer to 4 students and not to 7 students, and I'll press done. Let's say I need to add pictures in the answers. I can do this, for example, from here. Which following 10 frames show 15 minus 7? Now here I'll put option A, and I'll add a picture instead, like here. Browse. I'm going to add this one. Then option B, another picture, 2. Option C. Now I'm gonna choose the correct answer. 15 minus 7, this is it. So once I've done, I'll press done. You can see how it would look like to the students by pressing this I icon or the preview icon up here. Once you press this, another tab will open, and here you can see exactly how the students will see the quiz. See, they can see the points for with the each question, and this is how it will appear to the students. So now let's go and start how I can share with the students. I can press from here send. I'll go to the link tab, and I can even press the shortened URL. I'll get a shortened URL. I'll just copy it. I can share it with the students whenever I need to, and all they will do is just click on this link, and they will land on this exam, and this is how they can start attempting this exam. I'll show you once how to attempt it, and then exactly what results do you see on your side and what do the students see. So I'll go on add my detail here. Let's say somewhere for example, intentionally I'll make this thing wrong, for example. So to let you see what a student will find after he has submitted the quiz. So here, let's say the correct answer is 7. Let's take 7, which how many students like banana. So let's make one more mistake here. 2 students. Which of the 10 frames show the 15? Now let's see D. Okay, now I'm gonna submit it. Once I've submitted, now I can press on view score as a student, and I can see how I have done my quiz. Now I can see my total points. They are 2 out of 5, and I can see here this was my wrong answer. The correct answer was 7 days. Now down here this answer was correct. This one was again wrong. It is giving me the correct answer, and this way I can just have an overview of exactly how I did my quiz. Now from the back side, from the teacher's side, how can I see the responses? I can go to the responses tab, and I will know that those who have submitted the name of the student, and I can see the scores, the graphs and everything, the correct answers, the incorrect answer according to questions, summary individually, each one's paper you can see it, and keep a record of that. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you.